I, 24F, found out my fiancé, 30M, cheated on me. He doesn't know I know. I am broke and far from home. I want to die. My fiancé of 4 years, engaged 1 month, and I moved across the country for school a year ago. We are far from friends and family. We waited a year for residency and are both now attending school. I am 24 and starting from scratch at a community college after failing out before. It has taken a lot of effort and money to get here and I can barely process any of this. I was laid off 5 months ago and my emergency fund is almost gone. I apply to multiple jobs a day but I have a restrictive schedule, not much experience, and live in a town that has a wildly disproportionately high level of unemployment, particularly for my age bracket. Obviously I will continue to apply to jobs and start bugging the places I have applied. I have $300 to my name and am donating plasma to make rent. I found out my fiancé cheated on me at least once. How I found out isn't particularly relevant, only that I am sure, and this isn't his first indiscretion. I know I have to leave and am still in shock mode. I switch between panic planning, creating elaborate ideas on how to pack up my belongings and run away, and being convinced the only option now is to delete myself. I have a therapist and a psychiatrist, and family and friends. I am too humiliated to tell anyone yet. I don't have any friends in the area and no one to help me move. There was already an incident 6 months ago where it was a stay or go and I decided to stay, and made a big production out of it. He was in our ducking family Christmas card photo this year. I'm so embarrassed. The car is in his name. I just started school. I don't have any money and can't seem to find work. I have a sub 600 credit score. I am totally panicked. How do I get out? Take out a student loan and move home, and take online classes? Continue the facade until I have saved enough to leave successfully? Suck up the residency issue and move back and pay out-of-state tuition? Get my TIFU certification and run away? I don't have a car. I don't live in a metropolitan area. I am scared. I have exhausted my emotional resources and my family is broke. I don't know what to do and I'm angry and bitter enough to not let on that I know. I have exposed to personal finance and the general consensus seems to be to stop school again, but I feel like that would devastate me more. I have worked hard to get back into it though it may be the only option. TL, doctor, need to leave my fiancé but am completely broke and scared. I don't have much of a support system and just started school. He doesn't know I know. Hi guys, I promise to love you if you like, comment, and subscribe. Switch to online college, and move back home until you can sort out your life. You need someone to be there for you, and where you currently live, you don't have that. I don't know how to get home or get my possessions home. Should I take out student loans? No one in their right mind would give me a credit card with my score. First things first. You do not need to be embarrassed. This isn't your fault. I was in a similar situation when I was 19. I moved away from home to be with my then boyfriend and he started cheating on me. All of my friends abandoned me and I was too embarrassed to call home and ask for help. It feels like your world is over and there's nothing that can be done. That's not true at all. You deserve better. You can't possibly concentrate on your schoolwork while living with him. I can't tell you what's best for you, but if I could go back and be my younger self, I would have gotten out of the relationship a lot sooner instead of feeling like he was all I had in life and therefore I had to make it work. Good luck and I'm so sorry. My 36M wife, 29F, sent thousands of text messages to a coworker and then deleted them. No sure what I'm asking for here. Advice? Just trying to vent? I'll try to keep it as short as possible. My wife and I have been together for 9 years, married for 1. Our first year of marriage has been tough. I won't bore you with all the details but stress at work and stress at home has taken its toll. However, one thing I never thought I would ever have to worry about was infidelity. In the past we've had a very active romance life, and I would never imagine her capable of it. However, today that trust was broken. I woke up early to get ready for work. We've been going over on our data plan, so I logged into our cell account to see where we were at. While logged into the usage I saw my wife had 3,000 plus text message this month. That seemed crazy, as she is not the type that is glued to her phone. This set off some red flags and I clicked on the link to see what was going on. I found that her and an employee, 33 meters, of ours, we own a business together, had exchanged nearly 2,000 text messages in the last few weeks. They were sent at all times during the day and night, including some after we went to bed last night. I didn't want to freak out over nothing, so I finished getting ready, then woke her up and asked her about it. I said something along the lines of what's going on with employee. She said what? I asked her if she and employee were texting each other a lot. She said no. I asked her if I could see her phone. We've never kept our phones from each other. She said sure and handed it to me. There were no texts from him at all on her phone. Now alarm bells were going off. I told her that I had checked the phone records and could see that they had texted each other thousands of times over the last few weeks. Where are the messages? She then broke down and told me that they were chatting a lot about marital problems, as he was having a tough times as well. She said she had told him things in confidence about our problems that she would rather I didn't know about, so she was deleting the messages. I was rather upset and not sure if I could believe that, as she started by lying to me. She apologized and promised that they had never been inappropriate or romantic, and that nothing had ever happened between them. She went to the bathroom, and took her phone with her, as I went out for a cigarette. I wasn't done talking yet, but she wasn't coming out of the bathroom, so I asked her to come out so we could talk. I tried to be calm, but in no uncertain terms told her that it's very inappropriate to be talking to an employee that way, but even more so, I was very upset about the lying. She promised no more lying, and that she wouldn't text him anymore. I asked her if she had already texted him to tell him I knew, and she said no. She said she would stop contacting him, and that I was welcome to discuss it with him. We talked for about an hour, and I was starting to believe her, even though she was being a bit confrontational. Eventually, she decided that an hour was long enough to talk about it, and that she wanted to be done talking and go to the gym. I told her that I wasn't feeling very good about our talk and still had more to say. She said that was too bad, because she was leaving and she had already given me an hour to talk about how I felt. I asked her please not to go, but she said she was going anyway, and she needed a break. I went to work, and then looked up the phone records again. Sure enough, she was sending him text message while she was in the bathroom, and was continuing to lie to me even after promising no more lies. I was sure then it was an affair. I called her and told her I knew about the other messages, and asked why she continued to lie to me. She said she knew I would be angry about more texts, so she lied so I wouldn't get more upset. We fought quite a bit from here, but basically she repeated over and over that it was nothing romantic and that she was very sorry for lying and it won't happen again. I called employee to see what he had to say. He followed her story, saying it was never anything at all romantic, but that they were talking about intimate details of our lives that I would perhaps not like him to know. He apologized, but said that he was just trying to help. I consider employee a pretty good guy, and I almost believe him. She deleted the very first text message she sent to him today, but everything else looked like what they had both said. Sharing more than I would care to have an employee know about my marriage, but not romantic in any way. I guess I'm asking if I'm an idiot if I believe her? Is this a deal breaker even though I don't have a smoking gun of infidelity? Am I in butthole for not respecting her privacy? Is that why she deleted all the messages in the first place? Maybe I just want to type it all out and see how I feel about it, reading it back. TL, Dr. Wife sent thousands of text messages back and forth with an employee, deleted them, and then lied about it twice. I'm not sure what to think. Edit, we talked more today. She said she was willing to cut all contact and fire him herself. However, when I told her I could recover all of the deleted messages and asked for her phone, she told me no. She said that she said things in confidence that she didn't think I had a right to read. I said that there is nothing she should be saying to another man that I don't have a right to read. I told her that she had already broken my trust and I had every right to know what was and wasn't said. She disagreed. I think I am done. I'm currently nursing a bottle of whiskey and trying to figure out what to do next. Thank you to everyone for the support and helping me know that I'm doing the right thing. I could really use all the internet hugs in the world right now. Be aware that they will switch to a texting app now. Maybe it isn't romantic, but it's most certainly emotional. It's up to you whether you think that is cheating. I probably would. Objectively, she's been lying to you. This could be the one speed bump in your marriage, or it could be a brick wall. You should probably suggest counseling. The truth will hopefully come out during that, and then you can make a real decision. Maybe it isn't romantic, but it's most certainly emotional. It's up to you whether you think that is cheating. I probably would. Objectively, she's been lying to you. This could be the one speed bump in your marriage, or it could be a brick wall. You should probably suggest counseling. The truth will hopefully come out during that, and then you can make a real decision. Time to make an appointment with a lawyer. Don't tell her you know until you serve her papers. Sorry for your loss. Are the kids yours as well? Yeah. They are mine. No question. We did fertility treatments. Okay. Well then, save yourself and your children. To hell with your wife. From your responses, you're still in a state of shock and not yet thinking clearly. Any friends or close relatives that you can reach out to for support? Are you a stay-at-home dad, or do you work as well? Meaning, is it a financial reason that's scaring you from not acting on this information?